burnout internally, the systems are crashing. This is not a personal weakness. This is a systemic problem. Digital world is taken over. People are being more exhausted than ever. Hi, Krista here, and you and I have an appointment. Now today I want to talk about the 2025 burnout epidemic. We need to be aware of this, because if we want to really build resilient and emotionally intelligent workplace cultures, we cannot ignore the hard reality of burnout. They found that the second highest driver for employee turnover in 2025 has been burnout. The World Health Organization has actually called it an occupational phenomenon. We need to pay attention because people are burning out. And when people burn out, everything starts burning out. Because our companies are made up of people. And people, we need to look after them before they burn out. Now, what does burnout look like? And I think it's so important for us to, for a moment, just stop and realize that this is not a personal weakness. This is a systemic problem. The pace that we are operating at is going too fast. Our bodies are capable of dealing with stress. But it's the continuous stress, the continual demand with never ever having time to recover that is getting the problem. So what does it look like? People are being more exhausted than ever. People are, I had a lovely conversation the other day with one of my clients that said they actually now, after 1 kilometer of running, they felt that they actually could dump all their stress. Now they have to run 5 kilometers before they can start breathing. So there's exhaustion, there's depression, there's an increase in illness. There's an increase in absenteeism. There's an increase in presenteeism. So what does that mean? It means that people are at work, but they're actually not operating. They are at work, but they're not productive. If we're not going to address this, to say how can we prevent this from happening, we are heading for a disaster as a human race and on a business level. On a personal level, when we start identifying is having difficulty to get up in the morning, even after a weekend that you've rested, on Monday you're actually dreading to get up and actually feeling not inspired, not creative. People have lost interest. They feel depressed. They are constantly complaining. Those are clear signs on a personal level that you're not doing that great. More than 90% of people going to doctors with complaints, physical complaints, there's no physical evidence that there's something wrong. It's actually just an indication that internally the systems are crashing, and we need to pay attention to that. What happens when burnout is happening at the workplace? People are not productive. People are busying themselves with busyness, but they're not completing. People are withdrawing, going into isolation. Now there's a lot of factors that have contributed to why burnout is happening. People don't have time to connect, not with their colleagues, not with their leaders, not with their loved ones. There's all the time pressure to deadlines. Workloads are increasing because now what happened? Digital world has taken over. We can access our employees anytime. There's no more boundaries. There's no more cut-off time to recover. Leaders are going under the huge pressure of keeping teams together that's burning out. So leaders are burning out. So what do we do to actually start addressing this to make sure it doesn't come to a collapse? We need to start leading by example. As a leader, It's important to have clear boundaries, to know that this is the time that you can be contacted, and this is your personal or family time. Model that. Have conversations about how people are feeling. Check in. Where are they at? How are they doing? Why is this person constantly getting sick? What is happening to their systems? What can we do to improve that? What is happening in teams? People, more and more because of being able to work remotely, the person is actually not realizing that they need contact, and people are struggling on their own. And often the burnout is there, but we're not seeing it. We need to start investing in our people. We need to start investing in ourselves. So where does it start? Where do we start to prevent this burnout to actually escalate? As an individual, start paying attention to what is happening to you. If you are starting to lose interest, if you don't have energy to connect with people, you love people but you just cannot get to them, you can't imagine yourself being in a social situation, red flags. If you are moving into spaces of isolation, red flag. So we need to start asking ourselves, really self-regulating, where am I? How am I feeling? What is it that I need? As leaders, we need to create a psychological safe space. Be emotionally intelligent. Listen to what the people are saying. Train yourself to check in with them on a human level, not only on a management level. We need to make sure that there's enough space to have open conversations about fears that they have, frustrations that they have, overwhelm that they have, and find solutions to address that and support them. What companies need to do more of: team building. Take your people away, help them to connect with one another, so that they really can have the human interaction and start feeling as part of a group, a place where there's fun. Have conversations, have a company policy of where people can have open conversation about how they are feeling, the frustrations that they are having, without feeling that they're going to be judged or ridiculed. Burnout is real, and we're seeing it escalating by the second. I have so many clients that sit in front of me, burn out, but they're too scared to say something. Pushing through until it gets to the point where some people will just resign because they just cannot anymore. We need to find recovery time. Model that as leaders to people, that recovery time is important. Have rituals that we can introduce to actually tell them is during lunchtime you don't eat your lunch at your desk. You go somewhere else so that you are away from work. We need recovery time. We need time to think. We need time to feel. So what are we going to do? What are you going to do? What do you want for your team? What do you want for your company? A culture that's actually breaking down individuals, pushing so hard for the deliverance that we're not looking at the people that need to get out there? Or do you want people that feel that they can energize, that they can speak up, that we can address the burnout signs? Because if we effectively address that, our productivity goes up.